Alrighty guys, I got a new blade for the jigsaw. So I'm thinking, with this piece of wood here, let's do a Christmas tree. So I'm going to draw out a Christmas tree. I'm going to use the jigsaw to cut it out. And then I'll throw you guys up here in the fancy holder. And we'll carve it out, or carve the rest of it. But I'm going to cut out the basic shape of a Christmas tree. I'll do that off camera, and then when I get back, we'll carve a tree. Alrighty guys, we got a basic Christmas tree cut out there. So now I'm going to get you guys set up here, and we'll draw some lines on here, and we're going to carve this thing out. So let's do that right now. Okay guys, so you can see we didn't get that cut, super straight, whatever. We could fix all that. Once we start carving, we'll shape it a little bit better. So anyways, we're gonna draw, let's see, let's find like a center line here, somewhere in there, and then we'll start drawing lines down, kind of like that. Let's see, once we start carving them in there, it's gonna separate it, make it look more tree-like. Somewhere in there, something like that. We'll figure it out as we go. But so anyways, this is that really hard wood, so I think most of the carving is going to be done with this little ball nose. It's like a spear-shaped aluminum cutting burr. Most of the line work will be done with that. So we'll get that chucked up, and we will start carving away. Alright guys, so let's get rocking here. So what we're gonna do here, we're just gonna kind of angle the bit. It's hard to explain. It's like almost at a 45-degree angle. You want to carve with it facing upward into your cut. If that makes any sense. Kind of like a wedge cut. So carve kind of deep, and then we feather it out, and that way it kind of makes it look like the leaves above are laying on the ones below, like in layers, I guess, going down. Think about how you would see a tree like out in nature, right? A pine tree. The pine quills kind of lay on top of each other as they go down the tree, if that makes any sense. So that's basically what we're trying to mimic here. So you come from your center line down, and then just carve away, and then afterwards you got to go back and feather your cut so it looks like it's tucking underneath the leaves above it. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, that's about it, guys. So just keep doing that all the way down the tree. Stagger where the layers are. You can see how I kind of staggered my cuts, so I'm not cutting V's, if that makes sense. I cut one, come down a little bit, cut another line, come down a little bit, cut the other line, and stagger back and forth. So yeah, that's about it, guys. So yep, that's what we're gonna do. Cut. All right, get her done. Okay guys, you can see I went fairly deep. I didn't go real deep. But now what we're going to do is we're going to take that cut saw and we're going to feather this down so it kind of looks like it goes under the ones in the top. Okay, they give like the effect of leaves laying on top of each other. So we switch over to the cut saw, to the flame burr, and we're just going to, like I said, we're just going to lower them down. Make it look like they're laying down. I don't know if I'm doing this right, guys, because I've never done a Christmas tree before. I've watched a couple of videos on how to do it, but I ain't no expert, so bear with me. Alright, guys, so right here, this is what I was talking about earlier. We're going to feather the cuts and kind of make them look like they tuck into the leaves above it. Just kind of layer it, all the way down. So that's what we're doing here. All right, guys. Alrighty, guys. So you can tell this dust table is not working as good as it should be. It's kind of plugging up. I think the filter and the vacuum's dirty again. I'll clean that out. But also I took this tape off, thinking it would help more, but it made it worse. So less holes is better. But anyways, enough about that. So you can see this tree here starting to take shape, right? We are going to go a little deeper here. In each one of these grooves, we'll go a little deeper. And then we're going to do similar to like when we do the hairs and the wood spirits. We'll do that as like the pine needles. But they got to come out of each little cutout. So, I mean, something like this. So they'll come outward, right? The lines. Just a whole bunch of different lines like that. But I want to carve these in a little deeper first. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that off camera real quick. I'll just carve these in deeper and feather that out, same as I did, same as you guys just seen. And then I'll get back with you and we'll start throwing in some lines. Okay guys, so yeah, I just kind of went a little bit deeper and then I kind of undercut too, so it looks like these are kind of hanging over. So now what we're going to do, just like these little lines I threw in, I'm not going to draw every line, I'll just go just randomly. But we're going to hold this little aluminum cutting burr here. We're going to hold it at an angle like this, and we're going to make every line come out from underneath each other one. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way down, but not on the trunk obviously, so just all the leaves, all the pine needles. Okay, so that's what we're going to do right now. We're just going to go through and chop them all in. Okay guys, so right here where we're throwing these pine needles in, you just kind of come from underneath the branches or the pile of leaves above it. Hold your bit at or your dremel at a little bit of an angle, and then just pull outward towards the outside of the tree. You know, come from underneath the little overhang and pull outwards towards the outside. And then on the other side of the branch, you can see I flipped. So now I'm pulling outwards again towards the outside. Pull from the center out, but start from underneath the overhang, if that makes sense. And that's how you get it to look like actual pine needles, like it's kind of coming out from underneath the clump above it. So anyways, yeah, we'll just do that all the way across this whole thing. All right. Alright guys, you can see how it kind of mimics the effect of like pine needles overlapping each other, right? So these Christmas trees are really simple, guys. Real simple. Anybody can carve these. And they turn out pretty cool. You could always drill holes in the back and put lights in there if you wanted. What I'm going to do, I'm going to sand it really good on the bottom, lightly sand the top. I don't want to ruin my pine needles, right? The bottom, I may do a light burn on it, kind of bring out the wood grain, and then stain it. And the top, I'm going to paint, but I'm going to paint it and then kind of wipe it off so it's not a real thick paint. So it's just kind of light paint. Or maybe I'll just paint it green, who knows. We'll see how it looks as I keep going, right? With your guys' Christmas trees, if you want, you could always do the sides and the back and make it, you know, all the way around. for this tree, I think it's going to be like a wall hanger or just like a decoration on a shelf like that. So there's really no need to do the back. I think I might continue this line along the sides on each one and then kind of throw some lines in there. I'll do that real quick off camera. I think that'll look better. But we're not going to go all the way around the back, so I'm not worried about the back. Okay, so let me go ahead and just throw these lines in and texture it real fast, and then I'll get back with you. We'll do some sanding. Okay. Yeah, just real quick, I just kind of did the sides there. So yeah. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and sand this up, and then we'll figure it out from there. We're gonna paint it, stain it, whatever we do, we're gonna make it look like a tree. Pretty cool. Here you can see the size comparison next to a soda bottle. Pretty nice. All right. Okay guys, so I just went over it real quick with that little flap sander there. The grain pattern is pretty cool down there on the trunk. So I think I want to just lightly burn the trunk, just kind of bring that pattern out. I'm not going to burn the top. We're just going to paint it. But the bottom is going to get stained, and I want it to kind of pop. So I'm going to burn that real quick, and then I'm going to set you guys up, and we will try to get that grain to pop out. That looks pretty cool. There you go. But anyways, yeah, these trees are pretty fun to carve. So let me get that burned up real quick, and then I'll sand it again, and then set you guys up here, and we will get rocking. As you can see, I burnt the stump or trunk or whatever you want to call it. Now we're gonna go ahead and just sand it real quick. You can see how that sanding it after you burn it brings out that grain pattern. It'll really pop out when we stain it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and sand this all up real quick, and then I'll get back to you and we'll stain it, and we're gonna paint this. Okay guys, I went ahead and sanded that up. You can see that grain pattern now. Looks pretty cool. So let's see. As far as stain, I've really been liking this natural stain lately. So shake that up real good. Screwdriver here, pop it open. It's all foamy. And then we're just gonna paint it on, just on the trunk area, right? I don't want to paint the actual tree, or the green part. You know what I mean. Okay, get that on there. Sit for a second. I want it to kind of darken up. Hopefully it will. Always make sure you seal up your stains. They last a lot longer that way. All right. Now, as far as for the tree, I got this color wash tint. It's a green color, so I think we'll use it up here on the tree itself. So I'm gonna go rinse my brush off, and then we will use this, and yeah, let's paint this tree. I'll be right back. All right guys, and just like that, I'm back. Let's shake this up, and we're gonna use the fancy Carving with Brian paint. Well, I guess we don't need that. I'll just stick it in here. That's my little paint holder. All right, let's get some green on this thing. Might have to go over it a couple of times to get the color that I want. It's kind of a lightish green, but I think if we go over it a couple of times, it'll darken up. I'd like to see you guys' Christmas trees. I want to see you guys carve some. It'd be pretty cool. those of you that are on the Carve Infusion Facebook page, carve a whole bunch of Christmas trees, everybody, and post them up. Let's flood the Facebook page with Christmas trees. I think that'd be kind of cool. Don't forget your sides. Yeah, like I said, guys, these aren't real difficult to carve, and they're pretty fun. I use this really hard wood from like a furniture place down the road, but you could use a softer wood like pine or whatever, and it might be a little easier for you to carve. I have to use those aluminum burrs for this wood because it's a real hard wood, but that's all right. Like I was saying earlier, you know, you could buy those little battery-powered Christmas light things, little strands, and you could drill little holes in the back here all the way through and put some Christmas lights in here. I think it'd be pretty cool too. You don't have to stay in the back of it, guys, but I'm going to, just to kind of protect the wood. Alright, guys, there's my Christmas tree. Let's get my stains put away here real quick, and I will take the camera down and show you what it looks like from the front. Alright, guys, there it is. Merry Christmas. That looks pretty cool. So yeah, guys, like I said, these are pretty easy to carve. You guys should all try to do it. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Simple little Christmas tree. I like it. Merry Christmas, guys. It's right around the corner. Hopefully you're prepared. I'm not. Be Christmas shopping like crazy next week. You see those undercuts? I like it. It's pretty cool. I like that stain, that green wood dye. It's pretty cool. It's not real dark, but it's dark enough. Alright, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye.